What up, what up, what up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Thursday, Chad, July 9th. We are back in the building. So for the morning show, you got PW in Hawaii. So you know the vibes. That is correct, Amondo. So whenever PW is out and about, make no doubt about it. You got DMONEY in the morning. So we are here. We are rocking out, Chad. And hey, we got to keep the tradition alive and shout you out if you are one of the first people in the chat. I mean, we got to keep the tradition alive. So who do we have? We got Midwest Trader. I'm back to make more money and do every day with the man DMONEY. Hey, I appreciate that. Ski Bum, what up? What up? What up? Dr. Mike Trades. Norton Trades. Good morning, Rick Law. Howdy. Ginger is in the building. So good morning. Shout out to Mila. She said she hasn't been here for a while. Good morning. Good morning. T Cooks, as always, good morning as well. So that is correct, Namondo chat. You got PW in Hawaii. So for a fishing tournament. So hopefully they win that. And you got me rocking out this morning. And make no mistake about it, chat. We got Denny Dollars coming up with me this afternoon from 2 to 4. So that's the schedule for the day. I'll rock out here probably till like 12:30 and then come back and rock out with Denny Dollars 2 to 4 chat today and tomorrow. We got you covered. Don't you worry. So we are back. What a pump it looks like, unfortunately, for us, that it's already... price is already kind of moving, chat. You got some upside off the lows down here. It looks like 29,566, and then you had a crazy kind of expansion higher to the upside. So just kind of looking at that right away. Don't you hate when that happens, chat? Like, why can they not give us this continuation move after 9:30? So there's a 220 point pop basically to the upside. So if it's going to continue, make no mistake about it, I will definitely try to join that party to the upside, right? So let me map out kind of like daily levels here. Make sure we're up to speed. Check something here, chat. Give me 1 second. And make sure that this thing is good to go here. All right. All right. So price is sitting here, 29,740. I do see the high. I'm gonna map that out basically for yesterday's daily candle. Let me check something here. 558. All right, looks like it just kind of updated there, so we're good to go. So we got you covered. You got the daily candle. Got to map out daily candle high and low from yesterday, chat. Obviously we're spending above it. You got a bullish pin bar on yesterday's daily candle close. The high of yesterday's candle, 29,558.75. So gonna go ahead and map that out. 558.75. Got yesterday's daily candle low sitting at 28,909.75. So 909.75. And that's your daily candle high and low from yesterday, right? So we're mapped out here. We're obviously above it, so that's bullish, chat, right? That we obviously expanded to the upside above that bullish pin bar. If this continues, then we know that basically this level I can see in the short term possibly getting tagged. That will put us basically back above 30,000, chat. So we got to be mindful of that. That's like the first level, right? If we can get back above the 14 EMA, I think we head up to 30,000 off the daily chart. You look at the 4-hour chart, and that level is valid because that's the closest area, chat, from a resistance standpoint, right? That is the level. So it kind of matches there. So that's definitely what I would be eyeing today for kind of like a first target if price kind of continues here to the upside, right? So you got to kind of map that out. Puts us right at basically 30,000, up to like 30,100. So if we're bullish, right, if we sell off to the downside and we start kind of getting back below the 50 and the 14 EMA, then obviously you would be having to basically target back towards 29,000, lower 29,000 to 28,909. So we'll see how this plays out, chat, right? We will see. Obviously, we're kind of pushing here right away. So, you know, is that going to continue? I don't know, right? Nobody knows until this thing kind of opens up and kind of tells us what it wants to do. So, but as a momentum trader, your job is to try to join the momentum in whatever direction. So we'll see how it opens up here. Right now, you got legend accounts, chat, 60% off apprentice accounts, and they're actually buy one, get one, chat, which is cray with little Ray using the code PW. So that's crazy. Take advantage while you can. Is this an 8-hour session for you today? So we're gonna rock out like 9 to 12:30, come back 2 to 4. So today and tomorrow. What a nice surprise. Viv, good morning. Yeah, PW has a tournament, chat. He has a fishing tournament, so he will be back probably at some point later next week, I'm assuming. But he has a fishing tournament, so I will be rocking out in the mornings while he is obviously in Hawaii for the tournament. So shout out to PW. Hopefully they get it done. Hope they win the whole thing. Did you ever find a plumber? We you know, well, we got to get with Ginger on that, because if you guys were not on the stream yesterday, we literally talked through that for Denny Dollars, chat. All right, so we're trying to find, we got a couple things to talk about today. The first one is the plumber situation, because we had Javier here for the mentorship, and unfortunately Javier did not follow the rules of the BDH, and one of those rules is that you don't drop doobies here. You know, you got to go somewhere else if you have an emergency, and he did not follow that, chat. He went to the restroom multiple times, clogged the toilet up, and we had to get a plumber out here. So long story short, PW was pretty pissed off at me about it. I don't know why, chat, because I'm not the one that clogged the toilet, but apparently since it was my guess, I was accountable for that. So I had to foot the bill for the plumber, and I had to finance that on 2 credit cards, chat, because it was a very extensive bill. So it's unreal, chat. But hey, at the end of the day, I got those credit cards from Jerome, so I'm pretty sure that they are not going to get paid. So either way, that plumbing company will be getting a charge back more than likely. So you got to love it. So I'll say all that to say this: if you are in the South Florida area and you are a plumber, drop the email g@onlyprofirms.com. We are trying to get an estimate for this thing because like I said, PW is highly pissed off at me, chat, and unfortunately I'm having to take the brunt of this. So what do I do in this situation? So, did you feed him properly? No, we're not. So clearly he ate too much because we had the issue that occurred. So we should have put him on a South Beach diet. So somebody said too many corn dogs. I mean, price is still pushing, chat. Right off the 14 EMA, getting a bounce, kind of like right back up here. Do we get a long here? Do we try a long, guys? Up to like 795. Do they push this thing up to like 795? It looks promising for a long. Looking like they want to try to challenge up here to like 780 or so. What a crazy, super frustrating, guys, that this thing is like kind of happening now, right? Because you got the high put in, you had a doji, you had a push right back up. See how this 5-minute candle kind of closes out here. All right, respected the EMA. Do they push it down, form some kind of top wick, and then expand higher? It's always a little tricky, chat, before market open, because you'll see this push and you're like, man, that looks beautiful, right? And then you'll try to get in and then it'll just stall out or start dropping back to the downside. That's the only thing, right, with these pre-market kind of pumps. So just kind of watching this 15-minute candle. Obviously we got about a little bit over 15 minutes before the market opens up here. So you got a higher low, you got a low, a higher low. Got this long wick up here. $15-minute chart. So we'll kind of see, you know, what happens here. You know, like I said, you could get a, you know, this would be like the ideal possible like long, right? Stop would be like 730. If it breaks 730, you don't want to be long anymore, because that means that it's probably invalid. All right. I mean, that would be the thought process here, guys, right? If it kind of pushes down, form a bottom wick, and then tries to push out of this thing back towards like 760. You just had like a consolidation here, and that candle basically broke out of this level. So a little interested to see if we get a pop here. Right back up. Getting ready for market open. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Got about 2,000 people rocking out here. We're gonna ramp up here in the next 15-20 minutes or so. I'm gonna try a long here, guys. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna put my stop below the previous candle's low. This thing's probably gonna looking like it wants to pop here, so let's see how this thing works out. Trying to target up here to get it going. Maybe quick trade 770 or so. If it breaks the low here, you want to be out of it, I think. Looking for like 10-15 points here, guys. Nothing crazy. It's first trade pre-market, right? You don't need a crazy trade, but can we get a pop here above to like at least 765 or so? You had a few points there. It never, right? It very rarely. That's the thing. We had it, right? We had about we had a few points, and then you're getting a pullback. So it is what it is. Like I said, a lot of times these pre-market trades are, the pop happens and then you don't catch it, and that's it. They'll probably retrace the whole pop now. Got the stop put in there. Not looking great. Had a few points there and didn't take it off, so it is what it is. But I'm not risking a ton on this trade. It is what it is, guys, right? We'll see if it kind of pushes up. If it doesn't, so be it. It looked pretty good initially. Had probably 7 or 8 points, and that was it. Wanted to basically target a breakout continuation kind of trade. So we'll see. How it plays. Funny thing is, we had a bit of consolidation from like a 845, and then we had the break, right? Breakout up to like 760, and then the pullback right back down. So, and maybe they want to drop this thing. Who knows, chat? Right? We got to find out. Maybe they want to kind of give us a deeper retracement before kind of going higher today. So if that's the case, that's fine. Can look to rejoin. Obviously after the open, no big deal, to be honest. Probably gonna get stopped out here. That's what it's looking like. Yep. Yeah, we'll get stopped here. We'll cut it there, guys. Not gonna give it much room. So didn't get the continuation here. Wanted basically a continuation higher kind of pre-market, but it's fine. All right, so we'll wait for the market to kind of open up here. It's kind of frustrating because if you don't catch those pumps ahead of time, if you don't catch it while it's kind of moving, you're kind of run the risk of getting the retracement. But I saw the high kind of putting up here, saw the retracement to the EMA, and then saw the push right back up. And maybe they kind of bounce it from here, right off the EMA. Who knows? Kind of looking like it's getting some kind of response. The funny part is, right, it's kind of getting some kind of response off of 726, it looks like. So entry could have been a little higher, right? Entry could have been a little too high, and they wanted a little bit deeper retracement before the push back up, because if they yoke it back to like 753, they're probably gonna head a lot higher, to be honest. That's what it's looking like. Yeah. Respecting the 14 EMA here again. Yeah, yeah, this looks a little pushy here, chat. Looks like they probably wanted a deeper. So cuz you got the low, higher low, right? Sometimes you're just a little too early on the trade. Simple as that. And then all of a sudden you're back above 760 for long. All right. Well, we're kind of waiting for this to play out. Let me drop the poll. Getting ready for market open. See how you guys are feeling. Got 3 options coming up here. Drop your poll in the chat. Drop your how you're feeling in the chat. We will see. Fun John, what happened? What were you inquiring about, Fun John? Oh, did we get a market poll? Oh yeah, I just dropped it. Yeah. Oh man. Probably push right back up your chat, I think. See how it's holding on to the EMA? It's not losing the EMA. 14 EMA and 5-minute chart. Yeah, it looks bullish. Entry was probably just a little early, guys, and that's just what it is, right? Didn't get a deep enough retracement because clearly they just pushed it right back up to 754. So it's life in a big city. Hey D, did you see the 1 day? Did you see we're at the 1 day EMAs? You're saying on a daily chart? You're probably saying on a daily chart. Is that what you're? Yeah, we tapped the 14 EMA. Yeah, we got to be a little cautious there. But that previous, that's what we're kind of talking about at the beginning of the show, right? So you do have a bullish pin bar closure on the previous daily candle. And you're kind of watching to see if a lot of times when you get that candle, guys, you get a rapid expansion higher. So that's a very strong close on the daily chart. So if that's going to continue, right, if that's going to kind of propel the bullish momentum, then we're going to attempt to kind of get up to 30,000, I think, or higher. Got to see how it plays. But you are correct. We obviously tapped it, right? We definitely tapped it. Kind of hanging out here on the 4-hour chart between the 250 EMA as well. So it's gonna be a little interesting. You got less than 3 minutes, chat, for market open. We're getting ready. Get your poll results in. Drop your how you feeling in the chat. I want to see how you guys are feeling out here. So I'm going to just try to join the momentum in either direction. Obviously, we had a pop basically off the lows before 7 o'clock this morning. So looks like on the news front today, you had unemployment claims at 8:30. We got 8:30 was unemployment claims. You got an FOMC speaker, Williams, at 9 o'clock, chat, or already spoke at 9. Maybe he's still speaking now. You got existing home sales at 10 o'clock. Natural gas storage 10:30. So that's pretty much it for the news front. Obviously, Trump could come out and say something about Iran. So who knows? What up, D-Money? Where's Denny this morning? Are you guys going head to head? Denny's actually rocking out with me 2 to 4 this afternoon. So that is correct, Namundo. So we're ramping up here, chat. You got about 30 seconds or so. I'm going to finalize the poll. So if you want to make sure you get your sentiment in here before the party gets started. We got less than a minute and 30 seconds for market open. Are we going to expand out of this thing to the upside to 800 level or higher, or are we going to get some kind of retracement down? We're just kind of hanging out right now, right at the EMAs. So Will Denny be attending in overalls? I'm not sure. We're trying to get him some overalls. So whether or not we're gonna have those in time for the stream, I don't know, but we will definitely try to get that covered. Where's the biggest? Yeah, PW's actually in Hawaii fishing, chat. He has a fishing tournament, so he'll be out today, tomorrow, and I think a couple days next week for the fishing tournament in Hawaii. So you got D-Money rocking out here. Don't you worry. We got you covered 9 to 12:30, and then we'll come back with Denny Dollars 2 to 4 today and tomorrow. All right, we're going to finalize the poll here, chat. You'll see the results coming through. Got about 17 seconds here. Pumpers 50%, dumpers 30%, flip a coin 20%. So I guess 20% of the chat is undecided as far as what we're gonna do. So we're gonna find out in less than 8 seconds. All right, so we are open. We're open, chat. Right now, you got a flush McGush to the downside here. $29,702. Get some kind of reaction off the 50 EMA at the moment. Yeah, it looks weak, chat. Looks a little weak, right? But we know that there could be plenty of yoke action within Q. But if we lose the 50 EMA, could be more downside here, kind of creeping in. So very curious to see how this plays. We already had a push pre-market, right? So that's the only issue here is that we've had a push already pre-market, but we need to be a little careful. I think if they start now from the bullish standpoint, if we pop these highs above 760 or so, probably looking for more upside, obviously, right? That would be a lot of strength kind of showing in the market. Kind of back and forth price action right now. Just kind of waiting for this thing to kind of settle down a little bit. Don't know what happened here. 29,700. Kind of hanging on, I think, for dear life. I think she's gone, chat, to the downside. This thing looks weak, but it needs to kind of, you know, I think stay below that 50 EMA, and I think you'll have an answer, right? So if they can't stay above, they can't stay below the 693 level, then I think we could just be in for a chop fest for a little bit. It needs to stay below 690, and I think if they do that, then we head lower down here towards lower 500s. So we'll see. Just some yoke, basically price action right now. Trapping people that are short and long, kind of bouncing back and forth. So I'm going to map out the 5-minute ORB, guys. I think that's the move here, right? Kind of map it out. Got the high sitting up here so far, 29,755. Like I said, if it pops these highs, I think more upside. Very strong kind of reaction off the lows down there as well so far. Got the low here. Yeah. Starting to kind of turn bullish here, guys. So I think above, yep, I think the longs are the play here because we just popped those highs. Right, we need to stay above it. If we can stay above it, I think we're off to the upside here, chat, for a pop. I'm gonna try a quick long. See if we get momentum here to the upside, chat. Can we get a breakout up to these previous highs? 783 or so. All right, there's over 10 points. There's 15 points, guys. Feel free to take profit as necessary here. There it is. First trade, right at 20 points there. Well, second trade, right? Because the first trade was a loss. First trade after market open. You gotta love it. All right, so we got ORB set, guys, and I think there could be more upside here, to be honest. I think you go long. We got an ORB break, and that is D-Money's kind of bread and butter, guys. If you rock out with D-Money, you know the vibes. So I think this thing is headed, could be headed higher here, chat. Another quick trade, breakout trade here. See if we get a pop. Gonna probably lock that in. There's 10 points. Can we get a little bit more? They're gonna pull it back. Yeah, they're gonna pull it back. Come on. All right, there's 10 points, guys. Wanted a little more there. Kind of stalling, but hesitating. All right, well, that was basically trying to get an ORB breakout for at least 10, 15 points. Can we get at least, all right, there it is. There's another right at 10 points, guys. Wanted a little bit more. All right, there it is. There it is. There it is. Right, so hey, you had a couple trades there. If you took them, drop the W in the chat. You got paid. If you faded, you got slayed. Kind of crazy, man. This thing is like, so I think we got more coming, chat. It's just a matter of basically kind of waiting for this thing to kind of play out. Somehow it's like kind of hesitating, but I feel like there's more upside here towards 29,900. It's just taking a while to kind of make up its mind. This was basically an ORB breakout from 780 up to 820, and I think there's more coming. I think for some reason it was just kind of stalling out, right? Having a bit of a hard time, kind of yoke price action, but 900 could be in the cards here, chat. Got about a minute and 56 seconds for this candle to kind of play out. And yeah. Wow. There it is, 8:45. So it's starting to kind of expand here. This is the bottom of the box that we mapped out. So I think there's room to 20 to 30,000 here, guys. Up 400 on the ORB breakout, nearly at 2,000 and 1,800 on my evals. Nice. Hey D, I love your trading. Any way to avoid the 5 to 6 second delay? No, because there's always going to be a slight delay. That's just live streaming. So I think she's gone here, chat. The thing is that you know, the next 5-minute candle, let it kind of play out here, I think, right? So the 930 candle high actually is here. Got to move that, right? 781.50. Funny thing is, so that's a crazy kind of bullish reaction off the ORB, about 80 points. And here's the next 5-minute candle kind of opening up. In about 8 seconds or so. 29,853, chat. Do we push down, form some kind of bottom wick, and then expand higher? And we're pushing down right away, basically off like 860. Get back above 863, I think you target 900. Topped out for the day. Option coach John. Okay. Bang, it hit TP 840. That was classic dump and pump. Cool, 150 point. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, because when you see that long bottom wick, that's very right. That's horrible news for the bears. Right, if you were bearish, that's horrible because you literally dropped down to 672 and they were to push that thing right back up. So they definitely got toasted. You know, if you were short bias there, use the code PW. You know the vibes. Shout out to DayTrader, made 4480. You gotta love it. Bless T5 shameless plug. Oh man. Well, I mean, technically you faded me if you went short, so I'm just saying, chat. Starting to kind of push back up. So you got the 15-minute ORB chat that's going to be set here in about 2 minutes and 57 seconds. Look at this 15-minute candle. It just literally engulfed because I include the wicks, chat, for my engulfing candle. Some people don't. They only look at the body. But I include the wicks. And we're starting to, I mean, this 5 minutes is trying to push, right? So, but that 15-minute ORB is about to be set in 2 minutes and a half. And it engulfed all these candles, guys. That's super bullish in my opinion. I think if we get back above 863, I think we head above 900 for more continuation to the upside here. Because you got a bottom wick that was already put in, chat. And that bottom wick, a lot of times, right? That's just kind of like, hey, we're gonna push higher. So you could be smart. You can wait for the 15-minute candle to kind of close out as well. There's a couple ways to play this, right? Aggressively, you can get long, trying to kind of play more momentum up towards 900, or you can wait for the 15-minute ORB, wait for a retracement maybe, and then try to go long. So I'm kind of eyeing this to see if we get strength here, kind of pushing right back up. If not, I'll wait probably for the 15-minute ORB to finalize because we're so close, right? We're literally a minute and a half away from the ORB being finalized. $15-minute chart, that is, chat. 15-minute chart. So we'll see. So you got right now we got over 4,100 people tuned in, guys. Do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Trying to get to 1,500 plus likes for the morning show. Keep the streak alive, and then 1,500 for the afternoon. That'll put us at 3,000 likes for the day. So about 44 seconds here. I mean, you like that bottom wick, but we're kind of slowing down, right, from a momentum standpoint. So we'll wait probably for the 15-minute RB. So we know we had the 5-minute ORB played today, breaking out, chat. Now that that's done, we know that level's there. So what we might just do, to be honest, is map out the high of the 15-minute candle, so we kind of know where it is. $29,871.25. The high of the ORB, right? 15-minute chart. Trying to push. You got no top wick, but it's trying, guys, to kind of get up there for potential long towards 900. Do they have enough momentum to go higher? That's the question, right? Without a retracement down. I'm going to try a quick long here, chat. See if we get a breakout here for about 15, 20 points or so. We'll see if it works or not. I'll put my stop down here because I don't want to. It needs to go right. This could be an okie doke because I've noticed in the morning, that a lot of times after that first pump, they kind of stall out. So looking for like 15 points, 20 points on a push towards 900, chat. Nothing too crazy. All right, there's over 10 points, guys. Feel free to TP if need be here. Don't want to kind of get married to this because it hasn't had a decent retracement down, but you had 10 points there. So if you took it, drop the W in the chat. Obviously, I wanted more upside. It's kind of stalling, so I don't like that, to be honest. Want this thing to kind of go. It looked very bullish. And it's kind of stalling here, so only looking for a few points here, nothing too crazy, but up to like 29,899 or so, chat. That's all I was basically looking for here. Can we get it on a pop? Basically just a continuation kind of play. Yeah, it's not looking taking too long. It needs to go here. I think now they're gonna pop it. Don't want a retracement down. Don't like that. So all right, well, I mean, you had about 10 points. I'm gonna chop that, guys. I don't like the price action there. Kind of feels like it's reversing a little. So got a long wick on the 5-minute chart, so I'm not gonna fight that. Right, we're kind of right back inside of the 15-minute range at the moment. Had 10 points there, didn't take it, wanted a little bit more. If it starts to get bullish again, I can always re-enter, but I'm not willing to kind of ride this thing back down, all the way back down to 780 or so, because we haven't had a decent kind of pullback. See how we're pulling back? We never could kind of keep it going. So had about 10 points above that high, and that was about it. So I wasn't going to give it a ton of room, not giving back all the profit, right? Doesn't make sense to do that. I'd rather wait for it to kind of build out, maybe some kind of higher low, and then expand back up towards 871 or higher. And I'm actually glad I closed that, because look at the retracement down already, 50 points. So the high up here, guys, that the high here is 871.25. That's the 15-minute ORB high. And the low obviously is 672. So it's a large like range. This middle black line is the 5-minute ORB. That's the long that we basically kind of took, right? Once we saw price kind of pushing these highs. So need to be a little smart here and kind of let it build out, I think, because if they're going to push it back up, we know that there's a lot of room to the upside. So there's room, I think, right? All the way to the box, over 150 points, I think. So maybe they want it to they want to build out a little bit and then go back higher. Yeah, that doesn't look too hot, right? That candle, 5-minute candle closure. It needs to respect that low that was just put in, chat, 5-minute chart, right? Or we're gonna have a deeper retracement to the downside, in my opinion. Bulls need to step in here, right? Kind of, this would be like a higher low, and then this current candle would be a higher low, and then we push back out of this to the upside. If we lose these lows, more than likely we're going to come back down to like 782 or lower, which puts us back at the 14 EMA. So all right, you're getting a bullish like response so far, but there's a ton of time left in the current 5-minute candle. All right, I like that push. I like that, chat. I like that reaction. I'm long here, riding this thing back up. There's 25 points. There it is. There's 35 points, guys. There it is. You gotta love it. There is 45 points. Come on, chat. Drop the W's in the chat. If you took the longs, you got paid. If you faded DMONEY, you got slayed. You gotta love it. There's a 40-pointer plus. Oh man, what a crazy, we just kind of rode the momentum. I think there's more upside here. I think we're headed to 30,000, chat. Make no mistake about it. We just literally flipped that whole candle. This candle closes green, look out. I think there's more upside coming. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? We just out here trying to make a little monies. So there was officially over a 40-point trade. Make no mistake about it. And I think what I'm looking at now, this candle here, if this 5-minute candle is able to close green, chat, and we just flip this bearish candle, look out to the upside. We're going to get to this box more than likely up here, right? Above 30,000. So got about a minute and 56 seconds for this candle to close out. Account here is up $3,000, guys. So we are rocking and rolling here. See what else we can get. I think clearly that box is in play that we had mapped out beginning of the stream. As long as we can hold these highs up here, hold this ORB high of 871, I think we're off to the races. Kind of like the standard breakout, retracement, and then push higher. I was down 2K from the night session. Now I'm up 2K. Nice. Mike's 1308 basic trading. Yeah, I think so. I think we're headed up here, chat, to the box. DMONEY is long and strong, and he's down to get that friction on. Oh man, this guy dropping rap lyrics in the chat. Shout out to Jonathan for the $5 tip, dropping the rap lyrics. Locking it out for the day, back secured. Hey Kelly, nothing wrong with that. Got to be smart. So I was just down 600 with that pump. I'm up 800. Let's go. All right, so now candle close out here, chat, bullish, and I think that kind of gives us some clarification that the bulls are going to try to push this thing to 30,000. So because, you know, when you get that bearish close and you get a candle that opens up after that bullish as a bullish engulfing candle, that kind of tells you who's in charge. And I think the bulls are in charge here, guys. They're going to make a push here to trying to get to 30,000. So pretty strong, I think, statement candle closure, in my opinion, from the bulls. So you're kind of watching now to see who, you know, is there going to be a retracement before going higher? But clearly the bulls are in charge at the moment. Obviously that can change, but at the moment they are clearly in control of this market, guys. You're looking for this box up here to get hit. 960 up to obviously above 30,000. That's just what it is. So do they want a retracement, maybe build out some kind of higher low or something, right, to kind of go up? Maybe. But as long as we can stay above the ORB, I think the longs are the move, right? If we lose the top of the ORB, then that's another story, because you would think in theory that we should be able to kind of push from here higher and not kind of lose that opening range high, if that makes any sense. So getting ready for the 1 hour candle to close out. So got to be a little smart here. You got to be aware of the higher time frame candle closures. This is the current 1 hour chart, guys. It's super bullish, right? So just be aware though that candle is going to close out in about 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So you could get, a lot of times price does move opposite direction, kind of going into that candle closure, and then you get the continuation on the next candle. So just be aware that the 4 hour chart and the 1 hour chart's about to close here, chat, in about 2 minutes, 28 seconds. So pull this up here. So if you guys haven't saw the news, we got Denny Dollars rocking out this afternoon, guys. So this is Denny here, got the smoker going, and he is clearly rocking the overalls here. So somebody sent me this picture, guys, because Denny was talking some smack about the next basketball game, and somebody sent me the pic, and I obviously had no issue sharing it with the chat. So there it is, Denny in the fresh overalls. So when you see him later, guys, make sure you call him out. Oh man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, chat. Oh man, that is classic. That is classic. Unsurprisingly, there's a sweet tea in that smoker. I know, right? Oh. Any afternoon stream? Yeah, we're gonna rock the afternoon stream out this afternoon, me and Denny. So that is correct. 2 to 4. We got you covered. Don't you worry. All right, so like we kind of talked about, Chad, getting a bit of a pullback here, kind of going into the 1 hour candle, kind of closing out, right, forming that top wick. Obviously, it's still bullish overall. Crazy looking 1 hour candle off the low 672 area. About a 260 point candle total range. So, all right, so here is the new 1 hour candle, chat. Do we push down, form some kind of bottom wick to expand right to the upside? Or do they just shoot it up past those previous highs up there above 916? You know, maybe they want to form some kind of bottom wick. And then give you the expansion higher. And what I mean by that is 1 hour chart kind of push down, right? See how you form that bottom wick, chat? It's kind of forming that bottom wick now. So kind of waiting to see how this plays out. We know that the ORB high 15-minute chart's 871. So you would love, ideally, you probably want it to kind of stay above that level. Starting to try to wick it out on the 5-minute chart, but still early. Higher time frame candle, right? 4 hour, 1 hour. Sometimes it takes a while to kind of build out. So need to be patient here, I think. This is your 15-minute chart right now, right? Kind of had a 888, kind of looks like reaction off 888. That 1 hour chart. What you're looking for now, I think, is something like this, chat, right? How we had basically we had a push up here, a retracement to the EMAs, and then we had expansion higher, right? We had like some higher lows put in and then we pushed out of it. You're almost looking for the same thing now, right? You had the high put in, maybe we come down, form some higher lows and then push out of it back to the upside. Very similar kind of price action I think you're looking for here for a continuation. We're sitting at 966 likes, chat. Do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. We got well over 4,000 people rocking out. That is cray with little Ray Ray. I appreciate the support. We're going to hit 22,000 views, believe it or not, chat, for yesterday's afternoon show. That is crazy. So I said this yesterday on the stream as well. I don't take the support for granted, guys, but 22,000 views for the afternoon show. We're going to keep the party going, trying to kind of ramp this thing up. I think if everybody tells a friend to tell a friend, I think we will continue to kind of rapidly ascend higher. So thank you for the support. Did you also learn from YouTube and learn how to start to trade? I mean, I was trading already for years, kind of bouncing around, to be honest. I was trading Forex and all kind of stuff, right, to be honest. So if you kind of know my story, all right, you got some kind of like pattern here. You're kind of watching, guys, to see if it kind of pushes here. I like the reaction. I like the bottom wick. If we can get back above 923, I think more upside, chat. So I think we need to break 923, right? If we can break 923, I think we're headed towards 30,000. That level needs to get taken out, I think, for more upside. But see how you got right now a lower high, another lower high. That's why I'm saying we need to start putting in basically higher highs. Until then, we could just be in retracement mode. So no trade right now, right? No, I don't see a long setup right now until that starts happening, chat. Because you need to, in my opinion, kind of know that the bulls are back in control based on how I trade, right? So, because honestly, you don't know if they're going to retrace. You don't know how deep that retracement is going to be. So you're looking for clues that the bulls are stepping back into the market. And one of those clues would be like higher lows, breaking equal highs, bullish engulfing candles, etc., right? So that's just what it is. See how, so if you got long up here at 915, you're hating life right now because you're getting a deeper pullback. And that's what I wanted to kind of refrain from, just jumping in without any kind of clarification. I mean, now you're right at the ORB. I mean, we could bounce from the ORB, right? That 871 is the 15-minute ORB's high that we got mapped out. Who knows? These heavy trending days seem to, I trend to do the worst. Yeah. I mean, you gotta you're trying to frame setups, but you know, in my opinion, you gotta be somewhat patient to kind of see, like I said earlier, who's in control. I mean, you're always trying to see who's in control, right? That's the thing. So, because if you're trading momentum, you need to know that, you know, bulls, in this example, are back in the market willing to take price higher. And what's been happening with market opens is that you'll get like decent movement, and then sometimes price kind of gets choppy or indecisive, and then you're kind of right. So, but I mean, look at this pullback. Look at this 5-minute candle, chat. You gotta obviously let this candle close out, That's already a 60-point retracement back down. So if you were long up here at 915, you got destroyed, right? Basically. If you're a bull, you would love for this level to kind of hold as some kind of support, and then we push out of this thing back to the upside, because you got the high that was put in already, right up here. Come down, do a retracement, and then bounce out of this thing back up. McGregor versus Holloway. Who you got, D-Money? Man, I don't know. To be honest. It's crazy though, right? Because back in the day, when McGregor was in his prime, you'd be like McGregor over everything. But is that the case now? I don't know. All right, so is this a high or low, chat? Right, that's the question. Because like I said earlier, you would love these lows to be respected. And then we bounce out of this level back to the upside here. But if we break these lows below 808, that is not good for the bullish shot standpoint, our bullish thesis, I should say, right? In theory, we should kind of bounce from here, because we're also if we're going to go higher, because we're also at the 14 EMA. You got a bullish EMA cross as well. So if we flush these lows, that's not a great sign for the longs. So I think we need to let this kind of play out here. Looking to see if we have a big red bar at the end of the next 15-minute candle. Yeah, I mean, that's going to correlate with what's going on right now, right? So the 15-minute chart looks super heavy right now to the downside. You got the previous low kind of sitting there, 808.50. So you're waiting to see if that level gets breached, right? Or is it, like I said earlier, a higher low? And they just broke the low, guys. So there it is. So we'll see how this plays out. We got 2 minutes on this current candle. 5-minute chart, 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Kind of right back into the, we just swiped it, but do we kind of push back up now? Because NQ loves to do that as well. So I think you need a little bit more information right now, chat. But we just swiped that low, and is it a swipe and go? Meaning that they swipe the low and then they yoke it right back up? Or do we obviously expand down to the downside? We got the 5-minute ORB sitting down here, that breakout level where we took the longs before. So you are kind of watching to see if this 778 level gets broken, because that will give us the clue, guys, that we're going to head lower, right? At the moment, we're not, you know, we just lost the 15-minute ORB high, and now we're at the 5-minute ORB high, which was the breakout area before that 780 level. Got about a minute 55 seconds left. 5-minute chart. We may come back to the EMA or tap the 5-minute ORB. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty close to it right now. So any news? Yeah, we do have news. We kind of talked through that earlier. You do have it's not red folder, but you have existing home sales that just came out at 10 o'clock, guys. That's probably the reason for, you had existing home sales. You got natural gas storage at 10:30 on the news front. So this technically was the 10 o'clock print, and then you had to sell off after that. So from 920 down. So that's a crazy kind of retracement here, chat. the last two 5-minute candles. Kind of map that out. I mean, that's 131 points. And we're right back inside of the box. Funny enough. More strikes on Iran. I'm glad I sold. I almost held for 30K. Mopar, you can still buy one, get one with Legends. Yeah, Legends right now, 60% off apprentice accounts, guys. And it's buy one, get one. So that is correct. So we got about 19 seconds on this candle. Obviously, we have lost the 15-minute ORB high. We're back inside of the 15-minute ORB range. Currently flirting with the top of the 5-minute ORB range, that 780 level. We're just kind of hanging out right above it. So obviously, if we lose that, which we just lost a high, you would have to be targeting now 674, chat, to the downside, right? I mean, that's if we can if we stay below 781 now, then I would be targeting the bottom of the range, 677. So that's just what it is. So we need to see, do we get a bounce from here, or do we just kind of flush lower to the downside? Yeah, this looks it looks like we're headed to 672 here, chat. Got a lot of bearish momentum in the market here. I think quick short, trying to quick short for about 20 points or so here. There it is. There's 30 points, guys. 35 points. I would say probably be smart here. But you had 35 points. Can we get 40 points here? There's 40 points on the short, guys. We will take that. There it is. Like we said, if we lost the lows, if we lost the 50 EMA, you're looking for 670 area. We just got down to 684, guys. Had another 40-point trade there. If you took the short, drop the W in the chat, you got paid. If you didn't, you got slayed. Use the code PW. Oh, man. So, yeah, you got to be careful. I see people saying they're still holding, but you got to be careful because you're kind of digging into this previous candle's wick, right? This was the 930 candle to the left that we took longs on, guys. So just be aware that that retracement could be, this could be a higher low just overall, right? And then we bounce back up. Just be careful because keep in mind that that wick here, we actually got long previously, right? And a lot of times you have, doesn't mean we can't flush lower, chat. It just means that it could be a little bumpy. See that retracement we just had back up? I mean, that retracement was I think like 60 points. So, but I think yeah, if we can stay below the 50 EMA, you got a good chance of kind of heading lower. So just be mindful of that. NQ loves to kind of trap people a lot of times, chat, right? Push the price back up and then kind of shake people out and then head lower. So, which I think, you know, they do try to make an attempt to flush below 672 at some point. It looks bearish. It looks weak. It looks really weak here. 15-minute chart looks heavy as well. The funny thing is you got no top wick on the 15-minute candle, chat. You got no top wick. which is very, very strange. We're either going to get a dump fest here. So when you see no top wick chat like that, we're either going to get a continuation to the downside or they're going to yoke this thing right back up. So just be mindful that we got no top wick on the current 5-minute candle. If you haven't already, chat, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We just out here trying to make a little monies. Got about 28 seconds left. 5-minute chart. Kind of flirting with that 672 bottom of the ORB. Will they break it and head lower? If they break it and head lower, chat, I think 29,558 would be the level that you're kind of looking for. That's a daily candle high from yesterday. So we'll see. How can I catch this price move before you show us the Tradeovate screen? You got to listen to the commentary. We're not a signal service. We don't tell you to buy or sell. But I mean, you know, the price is moving with momentum, is moving quick. So if you're waiting, by the time I flip over and there's a 5-second delay or so, 3 or 4 second delay, then you are not. Are you learning or are you just waiting for me to tell you buy or sell or listen? I mean, right? That's the thing. There was a ton of W's in the chat. So people are, you got to be able to do, you know, put in some work here and kind of listen to the commentary as well. I mean, that's all I can tell you. So unreal. All right, there's a break, chat, below 672, and you're already down 50 points from there. So thanks, DMONEY, up 2,000 on the day. Hey, you did all the work. I don't hit buy or sell for you. So all right, so yeah, I mean, what a kind of retracement here, guys, to the downside, right? Kind of rollover, strong. I think 558 is a level that you're kind of eyeing if the momentum continues. We just drop. I mean, and that's the funny thing, chat. Like even that, right? We literally just talked about losing the ORB low, and that was a 60-point drop below that. So when I kind of say listen to the commentary, the goal of the channel is that you are obviously able to kind of spot the momentum in the market. Momentum moves quick when it's in the market, guys. So especially, I mean, you see that today. It's literally moving pretty well. So you gotta be able to kind of react. This is not, you know, if you're waiting for me to tell you buy or sell, you're waiting for PW or Denny to tell you buy or sell, that could be a problem. And we don't do that anyway. We literally say, hey, I'm looking for a short at this level or whatever the case may be. But okay, it's my first day today. Yeah. I'm not trying to give you a hard time or anything. I'm just telling you like how it is, right? So just be mindful. I mean, you've had multiple like trade opportunities, but some of the trades do move fast because we're literally trading market open. This isn't afternoon session where a lot of times it's a lot slower. So you got to be able to like react in all honesty. So he said corporate DMONEY. PW was killing the Asia session the other day. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, people do not get payouts listening to DMONEY callouts, but you won't learn much unless you see why he calls them out. Yeah, people do get payouts listening to DMONEY. Yeah, exactly. And that's the goal, guys, right? So the reality is, I would hope that you are like, you know, you're learning, right? If you're new to trading or you're trying to figure out a way, you like momentum trading, whatever it is, you want to add that to your toolbox. The goal is that you're learning how to trade it, because to be honest, sometimes it moves really quick. There's trades that are automatically in profit, right? People get pissed about that too. They get pissed because they want you to go red so they can have, I guess, a better, and like, I don't know, a better entry or something. I don't know, chat, right? It's like, but when you're negative, they don't, right? Nothing said about that. So when your trade's negative and you're in it and you're holding it, like we had the 180 point trade that we had a couple days ago in the afternoon session, I was literally down like $1,000 on the trade at one point, right? We held it for a while, and there was a lady in the chat that was saying that, oh, you know, you only show the trades that are positive. And I'm like, we've been holding the same trade for almost an hour. And then once I kicked her out, we dropped 180 points. So it is what it is. All right, so you're getting a bounce, guys. You just broke the ORB low 5-minute chart, and it's actually the 15-minute as well, right? So that, I mean, I think what we do now is, let me do this real quick here, chat. Let's take the 5-minute ORB off, the high off, and leave the 15-minute. And that kind of gives us context, right? So right now we are back inside of the 15-minute ORB, guys. Probably going to push up here a little, it looks like, right? Maybe to the 50 or 14 EMA. And we'll see if we can frame another setup here. Thanks, DMONEY. Just passed my first 50K eval. Love you. Make no mistake about it. Hey, MTN Homer, you did all the work though. Congrats. I'm happy for you. Now the party starts, right? It gets real because you're funded. So I'm happy for you. D, we need another secret trade. I know. I know, right? Somebody said, is it time to get short? Well, I mean, that previous 5-minute candle closure is a little sketchy when you got a bottom wick. That is 75 points, right? And it closed as a bullish pin bar. So you need to be a little cautious here, I think, because we're back inside of the opening range as well. I mean, if we lose, I think if we lose 670, you know, might be a little different, but I'm not looking to just get short here when you got a candle that closed the way that it closed previous 5-minute chart, right? That looks a little bullish, in all honesty. I know that the 30-minute chart overall is bearish, but need to be a little cautious here, guys. Probably let this candle close out, right? Let the 30-minute candle kind of close out. Let's see how it closes. Might give clarification for us, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a pop based off of that previous 5-minute candle, guys, for some upside here, back towards 780 or so. Just locked out $10,000 on my Take Profit Pro account. DMONEY and PW, you guys changed my life. Listen to these guys, chat. Both their goats. Hey, we appreciate that, honestly. You did all the work, though. Yeah, I think 780 up here, chat. Could be in the card, 780 to 790. Look at the push. Look at the push. That's why I was saying you don't want to get short just because you had some bearish momentum. Best show on YouTube so far. We love you. We love you. I took like 50 points on that 1-2 to the upside. Nice. DMONEY is running day into afternoon today. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you got Denny Dollars. We'll be rocking out this afternoon, chat, 2 to 4, and I'll be rocking out today until 12:30, right? Today and tomorrow, so 9 to 12:30. Come back 2 to 4, rocking out with Denny Dollars. So That is the plan. Are you going long now? Was it in, or is it in the comments later? Well, man. So, so the reality is, chat, we literally, this is what I'm, I don't know. I mean, I'm not just saying stuff just to say stuff around here, chat. We literally said, listen to the commentary. You had a bullish pin bar, and I said that 780 looks like they're trying to push this thing to 780. You just got to 777. So if you didn't take the long, then, I mean, I don't know what, it's like crazy, chat, that sometimes people I don't know, man. All I know is I understand PW's kind of reaction sometimes, chat. That's all I'm going to say about that. So I literally just we talked about that when price was at 690. So I don't know what else you would want me to do there. This could be a higher low to new highs. Oh yeah, 100%, right? So you're kind of waiting because the 30-minute candle just closed, chat. It is bearish. You got long wicks, and maybe they push it higher now, trying to dig into that the body of the previous 30-minute candle. But you got to be cautious that there's a long wick on the previous 30-minute candle, right? So that wick is actually, this is crazy, 150 point bottom wick. So you need to be a little cautious here because a lot of times they want to dig price into the wicks that are there, especially that large. That is a long bottom wick, chat. So now can they dig into it and then push up higher? Absolutely, right? Absolutely they could, but you need to be aware that 150 plus points is currently kind of sitting down there that has not been all the way retested, if that makes any sense. So you need to be kind of aware of that, because you could get more downside here, kind of like a rollover. And that's currently what's happening, right? This lost 70 points just like that. Candle's only been open for a minute and a half. That's a John Wick. Yeah, so I mean, if this candle closes, and I know, see, the problem is, chat, and I get it, because people want, they want a million trades, right? Some people want, not everybody in the chat, because if you've been around long enough, you know how it works. You need to wait for confirmation, to be honest. So you're kind of waiting now to see who wins this battle, right? The bulls or the bears. Is this a rollover and we stay below the 50 EMA? If that's the case, I think there's a lot more downside, right? We're going to go back and re-challenge below 600. So that's what I'm kind of waiting to see. Do we lose this 50 EMA? And if that's the case, maybe we kind of push up on the next candle and then sell off to the downside. So just got to be patient, I think. Just so they understand, I just scored 22 points on that short in 11 seconds. Nice. Yeah, and that's the thing, Chad. I think some people are kind of expecting you to, some of these trades are quicker trades, guys, because you're trading, right? You're not looking for, every trade's not going to be a 100-point trade. That's just what it is. I mean, today you had a 45-point trade. You had multiple trades that were, right? So you're just kind of taking what you can get in the market. That's it. Javier's in the chat. If you guys missed Javier yesterday, he's so there he is. Javier is we're kind of waiting for this 5-minute candle to close, guys. You got about a minute 30 seconds left. Javier is the reason for the plumbing bill. So Javier is here. He is in the building. So there it is. We got people dropping the turds already. So because they're aware of what he did here at the BDH in the restroom, guys. So I had to finance the bill on 2 credit cards. PW said he was not paying that. So he is in the building. he is back, and the turds, unfortunately, are flowing through the chat for Javier. So, oh man, this is crazy. What a crazy, you know, hey. What a welcome for Ginger. Oh, all right. You got about 30 seconds left here, guys, for this 5-minute candle close out. We're trying to wait to see, right, if we close below 50 EMA. Could be an indication that we're going to head lower, right? You got a high up here. We got an ultimate high, lower high, another lower high on the 5-minute chart. We know that 30-minute chart, previous candle was bearish. The only thing I don't like, we got a very small top wick. So, you know, and look at the bottom wick that was just put in, right? As well. Push right back up. So you're kind of waiting to see here. That's a 44-point bottom wick, guys. Man. So I think this is a little bit of a tricky area because we could easily bounce from here, guys. Back up. Kind of trap some people thinking that it's time to go short. So I think you like this push up first. And then you're trying to target, basically, you get short, I think, if we get back below 730, guys. Right? But you can't get short now because we're kind of holding the EMA. I think could be looking for more upside here. So potential long could be kind of setting up. I think short below 733. So we'll see. D, what would you target daily on a 25K funded? Yeah, I mean, people kind of bring that up all the time. I mean, that's a personal thing, right? That's totally up to you. I don't know, right? I mean, how much do you got to make for... I don't trade 25K accounts. It's not enough drawdown for me, especially trading with one mini. So need at least a 50K account and try to measure that out. But, you know, if you... what's your... profit target? 1500 or something like that. So I mean, rule of thumb, if you do it divided by 5 days, you know, what is that, $300 or something, right? You can do it in 5 days. I don't know, you got to make that decision, right? All right, getting a bit of a rejection here, chat, off the 14 EMA, 780 level. Is that enough to kind of go lower now for a short? I'm going to try a quick short here, guys. We'll see if we get follow through or not. Oh, there it is. Can we get down here? I want at least 10, 15 points. You had almost 10 points right away, no drawdown. So let's see if we can get follow through here, guys. If it kind of pops back up here, I'll exit because you might get chopped, right? This is a danger zone, kind of. We had the momentum and it lost it that quick, right? You had 10 points and that was it. So if it gets going, I think 695 would be the ultimate kind of like TP to the downside if you wanted to hold for that, right? Because that's the low of the previous candle, but this thing is kind of yoking back and I don't like that, guys. It's kind of yoking back and forth, so it's not looking too hot. It needs to go. And my entry is not A+ here in full transparency because it should have been off the 14 EMA, so I'm not going to give it a ton of room. I might have to re-enter if we get bearish below the 14 EMA, so I'm aware of that, so I'm not going to give it a ton of room here, guys. Yep, it's looking pushy. All right, I'm going to close because I don't have the best entry. So I'm not going to hold, right? So you had a rejection off 780 and it did not kind of follow through there. So that could be an indication that they're going to pop these highs above 783. So if they pop above 783, we could be headed up to 871. So I wanted a continuation, and maybe my entry was a little lower than it should have been, guys, because I can't hold it, right? I'm not going to hold it all the way back to the EMA. That's how I trade. I'm not going to give it more than like 20 points or so. I would rather re-enter with a better kind of risk reward kind of setup here, right? So I wanted a flush to 695, and we didn't get it. And you can kind of look at the last 3 5-minute candles. You got a low, higher low, and this is currently a higher low. So I'm not going to hold it if it's not breaking down. We could get an explosion here. And I think we got our answer that they're trying to push us higher. And that's fine, right? Because you can always join the momentum to the upside here. So not too worried if that's the case. So, all right, you had a closure above the 14 EMA. And I think they pushed us higher, guys. We did not break down, right? So, but we'll see. I think the process here, if it gets above 793, you target longs. And you're looking for back inside the box above like 820. That would be the play here, chat. Somebody's going to say I didn't say it, right? That's the funny part, but all right, that should have been higher. Oh, we're in the chop fest. It looks like, right? Yeah, we're in the chop fest, guys. Right back down. It definitely needs to hold here. 767 or 770. 770 needs to hold, and it needs to push. If it can't do that, then we could be headed for more downside. Need an explosion here. So one hour chart has a bottom wick. It's trying to push, but it needs to go. You got a long bottom wick, but it's having a hard time here, guys. So this could be a rollover as well, right back down. Could be in for some chop. It needs to kind of push if they're going to send it, I think. Kind of hanging out right at the 14 EMA. Kind of weird that hanging out right there. So 5-minute chart, that is. Need the bazooka here. Yeah, 1 hour chart's trying to form that bottom wick, guys. Do they have enough energy, though, to kind of keep this thing going? See how you got that nice bottom wick off the 14 EMA 1 hour chart here? So you're trying to see if they can dig this thing higher into the previous candle's body. Kind of get back inside of the box up here above 833 or so, but the good thing is there's an invalidation point here, so if it gets back below like 770, you don't want to be long anymore, guys. So there is an invalidation point. You don't want it to break the current candles low on the 5-minute chart. I think it needs to push. If it can't do that, then I'm out. And I'm out. So nothing there, right? So kind of right back down. It popped the previous candle high. And we might have our answer that this was a delayed, I don't know, right? Got to see how this plays. Not really getting follow through at the moment. So if we get a closure below 741, you might get, right, there might be a short opportunity, but we'll see. We couldn't hold the top of the EMA, so that for me is not bullish kind of price action, right? So that's not what you want to see. So now you're kind of waiting to see if who wins this battle. I think so. In between the two EMAs, a lot of times it's consolidation, guys, and that's like kind of like indecisive, kind of like price action. And it needs to kind of make a decision here. We just had a bearish candle, swipe the high, close bearish. So we'll see who wins this battle. We had a high here. We had a higher high, right? We haven't started putting in lower highs yet on the 5-minute chart. So does that change now? You gotta love NQ, guys. You gotta love NQ, chat. There's a pop that I originally wanted. Right back up. I'm gonna try it, guys. Can we get up here to like 825 at least, right? There's 15 points. Now it's gonna stall. Come on, man. What a crazy. Kind of looked like the Bulls were winning the battle, and they just yoked it right back down. Come on, man. Push. I mean, that 30-minute candle, guys, that bottom wick looks promising here, but it needs to go. All right, there's 15 points, chat. Feel free to take profit as necessary here. Want at least 20 points, but this price action is a little wonky. Getting pretty close. There it is. All right. We'll take that, guys. You had a 20-pointer there. We will take that. What a crazy, what a crazy price action kind of movement here, chat, right? Come on, man. Well, I mean, hey, what do you do? I think there's more coming. It just, for some reason, it's kind of slowing down. If you took the W, if you took the long drop to W in the chat, guys, we hit the box that we were kind of talking about, right? So the reason why we got long there is because you start seeing price get bullish and reclaim the 14 EMA after that little fake out bearish candle, right? So that's basically, that was the thought process. So I think now they push it down, maybe form some kind of bottom wick, and then they try to expand maybe even higher, to be honest. But it's almost like you got to get in down here somewhere, right? And you're trying to ride it back up, chat. So from maybe from here, and then you're trying to ride it to over 800 or so. Somebody said they love you, but they didn't say pause. Oh man. But see how you're getting a reaction from 760, right? And now you're trying to target back inside the box above 800. You got to be a little strategic, chat, with this price action, right? Because it's not kind of giving you, you're getting follow through, but if you get in too high for a long, you run the possibility of getting chopped on the retracement, right? See how if you got in at 760, you would be up 30 points almost. That's how you got to play this right now. It's not ideal, but that's what's happening. Right back up. Give me a second here, guys. And right back down. Kind of crazy price action here. I mean, look at what we're dealing with, chat. Come on, man. Crazy long wick, 153 points on this candle. You got a long wick top and the bottom on the candle after that. This candle has a top wick and a bottom wick is forming. So it's crazy. So definitely some chop right now, chat. Got to be smart, right? So need to be smart, I think, and kind of let this play out. You got the 1 hour candle getting ready to close out here at 11 o'clock. While we wait, I got you covered with the weather report. That is correct, Namondo. Weather report for today, Thursday. Currently 89 degrees, chat. It's gonna be sunny. It looks like you got positive news there for the remainder of the day, believe it or not. So you got the high looking like it's going to be 92 degrees. The low overnight was 83, chat. There is a heat advisory. So for the whole day, it's crazy that keeps happening. But we are under a heat advisory. So, but no chance of rain, it looks like, in the forecast. You got sunset coming up here today at 8:16, chat. So that's your weather forecast, brought to you by the BDH and DMONEY. You got to love it. And yeah, I do see it. Somebody said it looks like it's gonna rip. I mean, is it? I don't know. I mean, it's we just had a long. Got to see what else we can get here. Price needs to make up its mind what it wants to do. So a little indecisive, to say the least, chat, at the moment. If you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we rock out Monday through Friday. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We had well over 4,000 people at peak, chat. We're sitting now at about 3,600 people. And if everybody told a friend at peak to join the stream, we would have over 8,000 people. So do us a solid, tell a friend. Don't keep it a secret, chat. You know what's crazy is that some people out there, especially when they're new to trading, they're like, oh, I'm not gonna tell anybody about the stream because I made money, and they might impact me making money because you're messing up my trades. People think like that. Some people think like that, chat. It is like we're trading. If you're prop trading and you're not on a live account, you're literally trading simulated funds. So that has no impact on the next person. So no, Fred, sorry, this is a solo gig. RIP buyers. Yeah, who knows? Somebody said dump started, but we're pushing back up right now. We're actually pushing back up right now. So this is a whole lot of nothing right now, chat. Be smart, right? We know that, I mean, maybe I need to map out the box so people can kind of see what's going on. This is a straight kind of like consolidation, chat. Something's coming here, right? But we need to kind of let this play out a little bit. If we break to the upside, then there's a lot more room, I think, right? So same thing if we break to the downside. So but the problem is right now is that if you're not entering at the right level, it is very easy to get chopped. So all right, bulls are fighting here. Do they break the top of the box, get above 812? If so, we're headed back to like 875 or higher, guys, in my opinion. Need it to close though, right? You want it to close above the box, not just poke above it and then push right back inside of it. See how we just you're waiting for a candle closure outside of this box, either direction. Because this is the current kind of like consolidation range that we're in. unfortunately. Hey D-Money, can you explain the 50K Lucid Pro funded rules? I'm up $550. Yeah, yeah, that's not an issue. So the 50K funded rules are here, right? So you got a 40% consistency rule, and you need to make basically $4,000 to pull out, $4,100 actually to pull out $2,000, right? So just be aware of that. You can trade 3 days. So 3 days to pay out. So basically, if you do 4,100 divided by 3, $1,366 a day, you would be at payout of 2,000. If you want the max payout, right? Obviously, you can do less, but you got a 40% consistency rule, 3 days to pay out. Right now, Lucid has the pro account using the code PW, no daily loss limit. That is correct, Amondo. So yeah, but that's basically it, right? So if you're trying to get the max payout, if you go to the FAQ section, they got it pretty much mapped out here pretty well. You can kind of see that minimum profit goal is $500. Sorry, guys. Minimum profit goal is $500 on a 50K account. But the buffer balance is $2,100, right? So it's basically your drawdown total plus $100. And so the math on that, if you want to pull out 2,000, you need to have 4,100 in your account to be able to do that. So just a heads up. How many payouts before you move to live? Yeah, so that's actually on the first page. I think it's 5. Let me go back here. Yeah, so you see at the bottom here, payouts to live is 5. So, but that's a single account, chat. That's not copy trading. Just be mindful of that, right? That's on a per account basis. People get that confused sometimes. So, looks like we're getting kind of like an attempt to try to break the top of the range again. So 29,801, it's kind of sitting there. Will we break, right? It's 11. We just a couple minutes into the new 1 hour candle. A little sketchy that you got that long wick down there. We know that's over 100 and it's crazy, chat. I mean, 170 plus point bottom wick. So you got to be a little cautious here. You definitely probably want to wait for a candle to break out of this range up here, chat, because we could easily drop lower, right? We could easily drop to the bottom of the box. So right now it's ranging. You can try to short the top of the range, buy the bottom of the range kind of deal, right? But you need a breakout, I think, obviously, for the continuation move. So just kind of waiting for that as a momentum trader. Well, we got a couple things to kind of discuss here. You got Coco Gauff in a battle right now. Looks like she lost the first set. She won the first set 6-1, chat, and it's not. She's struggling here in the third set. That's crazy. So how do you beat her 6-1 and then you struggle? I mean, the reality is here though, the winner. So she's gonna win regardless here, chat. $900,000. So if she doesn't advance past this round, She's gonna lose. This is the semifinals, by the way, right? So if she doesn't make it past the finals or past the semifinals, she's gonna guarantee lock in $900,000, right? If she makes it to the finals and she loses, she will secure 1.8 million. If she wins the finals, she'll pull in 3.6 million. Believe it or not, chat. Kind of crazy there. So got the World Cup. We know there's some games going on today. We got to talk through this. You got France and Morocco, 4 o'clock. Spain and Belgium's tomorrow. You got Norway and England Saturday, and you got Argentina and Switzerland Saturday, chat. So 2 matches on Saturday, 1 match tomorrow, and you got France and Morocco tonight. Who do you have? Who do you guys have? Who do you guys have winning the whole thing? I mean, obviously for me, I mean, I think you gotta tilt your hat to France is winning for sure. Really? Over Argentina? Really? You think that? I mean, I don't know. We're gonna find out. All right, so looks like we're starting to kind of push here, guys. We just broke the top of the range finally, right? So we broke out. You got a candle that closed halfway above it. That's bullish. Had the consolidation. Do we try to play this for a pop here up towards finally like that 850 level that we kind of talked about for more upside here, guys, for a quick long? So the funny thing is, people are going to be pissed that this was the long setup that we wanted. Wait for the breakout, play the continuation. And I think we get it here to the upside, guys. So let's see if we can get 10, 15 points, maybe 20 points on a pop for follow through here. Or are they going to yoke it back? So 831, just hopped in, saw the push, right? Just got in. Probably like a lot of you guys out there. See if we can get a pop here. 10 points. There it is. There's 15 plus points, guys. Can we get 20 points here? There it is. We will take that, guys. There it is. You got 25 points on the long breakout to the upside. You got to love that. She gone. She gone. If you took the long, drop the W in the chat. We're just kind of riding the momentum here. You got to wait for basically the breakout, guys. And I think that's textbook kind of D-money setup there. We talked through that before it happened. So you can't say that we did not talk through this. You wait for a candle breakout. You try to join the momentum to the upside here. So there it is. You had 25 points on the long. If you took it, you got paid. If you faded, you probably got slayed. So drop the W's in the chat. If you have not hit the like button, guys, make sure you hit the like button. We've had a ton of winning trades here. You can't say that we didn't put it on for you. For the morning show, that is correct, Demondo. So PW told me if I didn't put it on, I was getting fired today, guys. So the heat was on again. And hey, I mean, after the whole pink slip ordeal, if you guys did not hear, basically what happened, I went outside the other day after the cup, and unfortunately we had a pink slip on the G-Wagon, and we got to the bottom of it, chat. We saw the surveillance footage. Chat. Can you believe it was Ginger? We caught her red-handed, chat. She literally put the pink slip on the car, and she was laughing about it, chat. I saw her laughing. She put the pink slip on the car, guys, and the pink slip simply said, "You gone." So I had to call PW. I was a little concerned. I saw my whole life flashing by, guys, and he said it was JK. He was just joking, but what a nasty joke to pull on D-Money, right, chat? So here we are. This is what we're dealing with now, right? So Now every time I hear somebody outside, I don't know what it's about. They could be trying to repo the G-Wagon to send it back to California to PW. So got to be a little cautious. So needless to say, Chad, I drove the Civic today, right? I drove the Honda today. We did not drive the G-Wagon. We got to trend lightly here. So if you know what I mean. So. Oh, man. You gotta love it. We are rocking and rolling here, Chad. We got this account now. We are up here. You get more upside. I think 29,871 could be in play here. So we're sitting here now, $4,635. Make no mistake about it. So you gotta love it. See what else we can get. It's only 1109. D-Buddy saw the Walmart days again, and he saw the peak slip. Oh yeah, I saw everything slowed down. Everything went in slow motion, chat. Did you just take 20 points from one candle and that was it? Yeah, because we've had, so it's like people don't, oh my goodness, man. That is correct. So that trade was a 20-point trade. We've had 45-point trades. We've had 20-point trades. We've had 30 plus point trades. We've had multiple winning trades here. The point is that you just had pricing consolidation here. So you're not looking for, see how you're getting a retracement right back down? That's what's happening right now in the market. So that retracement alone was 25 points. So if you want to hold, you're more than welcome to hold. That is your decision. That is your choice. Right? So the account's green, so clearly we are rocking and rolling here. I think people don't quite understand the concept, guys, right? So I mean, I'm sorry that that's not, enough. So at 11, we've literally been streaming for 2 hours. And the account's up almost $5,000, and you're asking about 20 points. So let me ask you this: so the retracement that just occurred of actually 30 points, you're still holding along, right? Because price is probably going to retrace here, and if it retraces on you, how big is your stop? How much are you willing to kind of give it, right? So the point is that winners add up. And I know that people want you to put on 100-point trades on every trade, but sometimes the market is not kind of giving you that kind of price action. So the point is that the winners stack. So someone got to use PW, code PW. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anyone that hates should get banned. Yeah, I don't think I don't know if he's hating or not. It didn't come off to me. It didn't come off to me like he was hating, to be honest, though, right? I don't know if he was or not. It didn't come off that way. I think he was just kind of inquiring. But so I'm not looking at all times for major moves. 20 points though with NQ is definitely a decent trade. Right. But like I said earlier, you had a 45-point trade. You had, right. I mean, you had multiple trades here. We had opening range trades that paid as well. So because a lot of times people look in hindsight, chat, at the chart, and they're like, oh, if I just would have held from down here, from 700 and rode this thing all the way back up, I would be up 100 points right now. You are correct. But you also had to sit through a lot of drawdown and kind of bouncing back and forth. Right. So That's just what it is. But there's a reason why. I mean, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about it today as well, Chad. You had like 22,000 views on the Power Hour show yesterday, right? There's a reason why. So clearly some people are watching, right, for a reason. So, and I'm not bragging. I'm not, honestly, I'm simply saying that something is going right to get 22,000 views, right? So I would just tell you that you probably want to keep tuning in, and you'll kind of pick up on the motion here. So yeah, I mean, we're getting close to that 15-minute candle kind of closing out here, chat. You gotta be cautious. We had some consolidation, so I mean, if the momentum continues to the upside, yeah, you would be targeting up here. I mean, you would have to target common sense, right? It would be these highs to try to get revisited, basically from 945. So you're talking 29,931 could be in play here to the upside. Looking pretty strong here for more, to be honest, chat. What I've noticed is that when you get these bearish candles like this, and then you get an instant, like almost push on the next candle, chat, to the upside, that is extremely bullish. So if this candle closes bullish, current 5-minute candle, I think we head up to above 900. And we're pretty close to 900 right now. So see how this candle closes, because we're right at the ORB. I'm here for the top secret trades. Yeah, I know, right? So I'm at $122 from the payout in this. Yeah, I hope you get it. I would just say be patient, right? And you know, the market looks bullish, right? Obviously we had a consolidation, so the market looks bullish at the moment. Contract size, yeah, typically is 1 to 2 contracts. DMONEY, even with micros, these pullbacks can kill an account when the average true range is this high. You got to scalp. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to, you know, kind of explain, right? But some people don't, like, they don't, maybe they're new or something, like they don't get it, right? But they're gonna find out messing around with NQ that some of the pullbacks are stronger or larger than the actual moves themselves that are kind of printing. So then you're stuck, right? So you're going to learn that if you got 20 points and it was pretty easy peasy, you know, you stack those up. And like I said, we've had, I mean, you guys know that. You guys are here, right? We've had literally almost a 50-point trade, right? It's like 45 points. We've had multiple, you had 30 plus points. You had breakout trades at the open that were crazy. So there's been a lot of opportunity. Your job, in my opinion, is to stack wins, chat. Right? Your job is to stack wins, and some are going to be bigger than others, but every day is not going to be a day where you know, you're getting 100. People love to see 100 plus point trades, and I get that. I get it. Right? But that's not going to happen every day, clearly. So, but you can stack multiple trades and still get hundreds of points, if that makes any sense. So, Sophia made my bag. Have a great day, everyone. Hey, you as well. DMONEY never stopped streaming. Yeah, I don't have any plans to stop streaming. Make no mistake about it. So we'll see what else we can kind of come up with here, chat. Price is kind of rejecting again, right off that ORB. Sometimes you gotta laugh, but the question now is, right? We put see, and this is what we were kind of talking about, chat, right? So If you got long here at 820, you rode it up, you're like, oh, I'm only up 40 points, I'm gonna hold it. Okay, it went up to 880, you still held it, right? And then now from 880 back down, you just have 47 points down, right? So it's like you were up, you know, you got in here, you rode the momentum up, and then now it's dropping. Now you're sweating, right? Because you didn't take profit up here, and you're having to sit through this retracement. And the reality is, chat, you never know how deep how deep the retracement's going to be, because the market does what it wants. So, you know, it's basically your risk tolerance is what it comes down to, because, you know, are you going to stomach, you know, if you played this as a breakout, right? If you got long up here at 880, I mean, good luck, right? Use the code PW, because you were just down about 50 points. So, right, you're kind of sitting through this. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm not saying that we can't bounce higher. I'm simply saying that you're going to have to sit through some turbulence maybe before the continuation, right? That's all. Previous supply zone just got tapped. Yeah, so you're kind of looking now, because we broke out of the consolidation range and the high was put in. So now you're looking for a higher low, preferably to get long, chat. Kind of ride it back up. So you would ideally probably want 830 to hold, and you try to ride this to above 870. Right, that would be the thought process, is that this low kind of holds up here of the previous 5-minute candle, and then you get expansion to the upside, right? That would be the thought process. The 30-minute candle is bullish, so you got about 8 minutes and 50 seconds left. And the reason why I'm referring to the 30-minute chart, chat, is because that's the closest kind of like higher time frame candle that's getting ready to close out here shortly, right? So you got to be mindful of that. It is bullish, it's trying to push. So like I said, 830 will probably be the stop if you're looking for a long here and you're trying to anticipate that we get back above 878. Because, you know, if we lose 830, we're more than likely probably headed back inside of the consolidation box, which would not be great news for the bulls. So if you didn't hear the news, got Denny Dollars rocking out with me this afternoon, 2 to 4. We got you covered. So you got PW in Hawaii, chat. I don't know if he's posted anything yet. You know, make no mistake about it. You know, PW is going to have some posts going on. So let me check and see if he put anything on his page. The longs could be the move here, chat. I am kind of watching that, to be honest. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. Yeah, the longs are looking strong to the upside here, guys. Looks like the longs are the play here because we just got long here, right? Seeing if we'll get a bounce. There it is. Can we get about 15 points or so? Just broke that ORB level. Don't want it to stall. Need it to go. Looking for 15, 20 points on a pop. Needs to reclaim that high, guys, above 880. And kind of take off, right? Got about a minute and 5 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. Want at least 10, 15, or wanted like a 15 pointer, 20 pointer here based off of what we're kind of seeing, right? But will they give us the momentum push? There's 10 points. Feel free to take profit as necessary there. Can I get at least 15 here? And there it is. So come on. Yeah, 15 points there, guys. Drop the W's in the chat. If you took the long, you got paid. If you faded, you probably got slayed. Use the code PW. Can we get 20 points here up towards 885? If not, I'll take it off. I'll take the winner here. Kind of stalling a little bit, chat. Want 20 points, but can we get it? Can we get a 20 pointer back to back? Well, there's a pullback. Come on, expand higher. Having a hard time here, guys. Needs to go. Might want to push it back down before. Yeah, we'll close that out. All right. Well, you had almost 20 points there. If you took the long, you got paid. Drop the W's in the chat. I think there's more upside because you had kind of like this candle pattern where you get bullish here, retracement, and then bullish again. That's bullish. That's a bullish kind of pattern, guys. I think they try to head higher. Just got a retracement, I think, first. I think there's, I think there's more room to the upside towards above 900. So we'll see how it plays. Either way. So we shall see. Got a ton of time left on that current 5-minute candle. 3 minutes 26 seconds. It's almost 11:30, chat. That 30-minute candle is getting ready to close out, kind of fastly approaching the closure of it. Might be one of those scenarios where it closes out and then you get a push on the next candle to the upside. But I think it's coming, chat. I think that upside's coming here. So we'll see how this plays. Right. 5-minute chart right now, kind of having a hard time at the ORB high. This some mystical music we got going on, LOL. Oh man. Will we get a bounce up to 900? Will we get a bounce? Or are they gonna kind of stall us out here? That is the question. 5-minute candle is taking a long time to kind of get going. So that's a bit of a concern for the bullish thesis that it's taking so long here, chat, right? kind of formed that bottom wick. A lot of times, you know, it's kind of like we see the momentum here, right? You can see it. You just don't know if they want a deeper retracement before going higher, but you can see how the bulls responded basically off of 840, took us up to 885. Here comes the 30-minute candle closure. It'd be funny if that next candle opens up and gives us a bazooka chat. Like straight up. It's trying to push. But remains to be seen if the bulls can kind of step up here. Or do they want a deeper retracement, right? Before going higher, chat. Might turn into a double top. Yeah, it could easily turn into a double top for sure. But I think if it starts popping the previous candle highs, you're gonna have your answer here, chat. Right? What direction they want to take? They want to take this market. So, I think if we get back above 886, you're targeting this box up here, right? Put you into the 900s. I think that's how you got to play it. But I think that's a smart way to kind of play it here, chat, right? Don't want to get kind of stuck. So you got a high up here, lower high, right? 29,885, 880 level here. So you're kind of watching to see what happens here. Got the Legends accounts here, guys. Let me pull this up really quick while we kind of wait, because we need price to make a decision in regards to what it, you know, what direction it wants to move in. So 60% off apprentice account and then buy one, get one, chat. Like what? Using the code PW. So you got 50K accounts here. Literally $23.60. And it's literally buy one, get one, guys. Using the code PW. That's cray with Lil Ray Ray. So Basically, $23.60 gets you 2 accounts, 250K accounts. You do the math on that, that's $11.80 per account. That is crazy, chat. 1 day to pass, $99 activation fee. And the activation fee is actually $75 using the code PW, chat. So make no mistake about it. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. Have I tried them? No, I haven't. I have not tried them yet. So I will definitely be scooping some accounts. I mean, for that price, I mean, you can't, right? You can't beat it, to be honest. If you guys want it, let's see. Let's check this real quick while we kind of wait for this thing to make a decision. As far as, let me log in here. Legend Cup update here, right? So last updated at 11:06. You got basically, is it Dong, I think. Dero Trades and Trader Yush, top 3 here, chat. $69.71, $68.03, $66.46 for the top 3 here. So is there an activation price? Yeah, that's what I was just covering. So let me pull up to give you the exact pricing here, but I know that the 50K account's like $75 activation. I don't want to give you the wrong information, so. All right, so for the apprentice account, chat, let me go here. Let me go back. $23.60 per account using the code PWs. Buy one, get one. $75 activation fee for the 50K account. $104 for the 100K account, and $124 for the 150K. So you also got the elite accounts because you got 2 options basically, right? You got apprentice accounts and you have elite accounts. So the elite accounts right now are 30% off using the code PW. There is no activation fee with the elite accounts, chat. So just keep that in mind. 40% consistency rule for these accounts, so they're not 1 day to pass. 40% consistency rule. See how price looks like price is doing the same pattern from earlier, guys. That 2 candle pattern for maybe a long for a push, maybe up to like 885. See how you had 2 candle pop, 2 candle. Is this the pop? Kind of pop those previous highs up there, chat. That's what it's looking like. But who knows, right? Got to wait and see. But looking a little bearish now. Was looking like that little 2 candle pattern. All of a sudden, we're back above 886 for like an explosion to the upside. But you got 30 seconds left on this current candle to kind of make a move. 5-minute chart. Took 10 points on it since a little follow through W. Nice. Yeah, you can kind of see it, like, right? Like, kind of that pattern, guys. I think that's the wave here. I think that's the move, chat. Kind of get back above these highs. Kind of like on it, because a lot of times when price is in, like, momentum, that's it gives you the patterns, right? And you kind of try to follow the patterns. Then all of a sudden, we break above this high up here. Headed to 900. Kind of see that, like, there it is. That 4-hour wick, wow, yeah. I mean, that's it. It's been, that's what we were talking about. Right, is that, and it's getting longer because we're expanding now higher. So if you kind of measure out the current 4-hour candle bottom wick, there's the pop, guys, to the upside, right? It's popping 891. So you got the bottom wick here, 263 points, chat. Bottom wick. It's crazy. Yep. You kind of saw that pattern kind of forming. If you took that W, guys, drop it in the chat because you just got paid. Kind of saw that right off of 871. Same pattern as down here. That was a simple kind of like thought process, chat. 2 candle pattern, right? And then expansion higher towards 900. She gone. Bro, where's Patrick today? Yeah, Patrick is actually, PW is in Hawaii. He's in a fishing tournament. So you got DMONEY rocking out here. Make no mistake about it. And same thing tomorrow. So I will be rocking out in the morning for the open as well, because PW will be in that fishing tournament, I think a couple days next week as well. So that's the reality. So you got me rocking out here 9 to 12:30, and then I'll be rocking out 2 to 4 with Denny Dollars. Don't you worry, we got you covered. So hopefully he comes in the overalls, chat. Oh man, there's 894, chat. Hey, if you didn't listen, like I said, you know, unfortunately, you got to use the code PW if you're faded. So you just hit 29,899.75 right at 900 on that pop. Just kind of saw the 2 candle pattern playing out. You gotta love it. Coming up on that 15-minute candle, it's looking obviously bullish. You got a nice bottom wick, but you see how you're getting these retracements, chat, before the move higher. We're still climbing higher. You're just getting some wick, you know, the bottom wick being put in. So before the expansion. So current candle, 15-minute chart, you got a bottom wick. It's not huge. I mean, it's only 17 points, but you had the retracement down and then the expansion back up. This candle is going to close in about 30 seconds. So what risk? Yeah, it all depends. Typically, I'm not risking more than like $400 per trade or so, giving about 20 points, and then I'll chop it if I don't like the price action. So, but at least, yeah, typically at least a 1-to-1, right, for the most part. So sometimes I can get it a little better than that though, where you're risking maybe 10 points. Just depends on the trade, right, where you're placing your stop. So every trade's going to be a little different, but right back up here, 892. This is the 15-minute candle that closed, guys. And they haven't dug into the bottom, right? It has a very small bottom wick. They haven't dug into the previous bottom wick on the 15-minute chart. Doesn't mean they have to, but you would have loved like if it kind of pushed down first and then expanded higher, like the last two 15-minute candles. But they could just pop it here up above 900, right? I mean, they could easily just kind of coil it up and send it up to the box. Definitely don't want to be short though, right? It's hard to be short bias when the 1 hour candle is looking this strong. 4 hour candle looks ridiculous, chat. I mean, that bottom wick, I mean, you got to acknowledge that basically right off the 14 EMA, straight back up. NQ does like to reverse on psychological numbers though, so be careful up here. Fun John, oh yeah, 100%, because you just tag basically 900. So that is, you know, you got to be mindful that, yeah, you could get some kind of retracement back, you know, to the downside from here. But, you know, all signs right now are that we are bullish, but this was a rejection zone, right? So this level, the last time we were up here, we sold back off. So the bulls are going to need to kind of get momentum to kind of push us through this level, right? If that makes any sense. So we need the momentum kind of step up in the market, or else we could sell easily back off to the downside. So, you know, and also, is this a W pattern that's going to form out? Because you see how you got the highs up here, you got the drop, you got the retracement. Do we get another drop? Kind of build out down here by like 758 or 760 and then push back up, right, for a W? I don't know. Don't know yet. Somebody said they want to short so bad. Yeah, I mean, if you start seeing lower highs, lower lows, that could be the move. But and then you would also want to see these levels start to get taken out, right? Like these lows down here just start to get taken. I don't think, you look for shorts until that happens, in my opinion, right? I don't think you look for shorts until you start seeing the structure basically for bullish kind of thought process to get broken. So I think you need to start breaking these lows below like 856, maybe for more downside, kind of creep in. That 30,000 number, oh yeah, without a doubt. And remember, we got that level mapped out. We mapped that out at the beginning of the stream, right? That's the top box up here that we got mapped out, because we know that if price is going to remain bullish, more than likely we will try to tag the highs up there. So we'll see. Are you taking lunch for a couple hours and coming back? Yeah, I'm gonna rock out here until 12:30 chat, and then I'll be back at 2 o'clock with Denny Dollars makes you holler. So you gotta love it. Shouldn't this pop? Well, I mean, yeah, I mean in theory, but as long as we're not breaking down, the way that you gotta play it, in my opinion, is that you're looking for longs, right? As long as we're not breaking lower, you have to be bullish. As long as we continue to put in higher highs and higher lows, you have to be bullish, right? Because that's bullish price action. So the minute that stops and we start putting in lower lows, lower highs, then your thought process has to change. Who remembers this? Who remembers this? This soundtrack here, guys. Who remembers? This is DMONEY's first. This is my original playlist here, chat. These are the anthems here where it all started. So who was around for the first the beginning shows afternoon? These are the anthems here. This is my jiggity jams here. Ginger, I was there. Oh man, this is where it all started. John Great 9130. I wasn't. Well, you're here now, John. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you rock out on a permanent basis, sir. Doing some nostalgia for keeping your job. That is correct, Abando. We gotta do that. Miss D Money better like this playlist, LOL. Yeah, I don't play this one too often anymore because I played it so much when I first started, right? So very rarely kind of play it, but just to kind of mix it up. I think we head to the box here, chat. We just hit 900. We just tagged above 900, so I think it's just kind of like slow grinding here to the upside. That's all. To that top box. One hour candle is getting ready to kind of close out. You know, do the bulls want to like one last push kind of going into the closure of the candle? Or do we get some kind of retracement opposite direction going into the closure of the candle, right? That's the question. You never really know, but I think it's, you know, you got to be smart, kind of letting it play out. I think a little bit here. If you're green, there's really no reason, I think, to kind of push the issue. Probably let the 1 hour candle close here, chat, right? Let it kind of finalize out, and then maybe you get more clarity as far as what they want to do with price. Do they want to go higher and test those highs? Or do they want to full on retracement down? Because that could be the play here as well. So we don't know. Price sitting at right below basically 900, chat, right at 900 now, right? So the bulls have one last push kind of going into the closure of this candle. You can kind of see on the 5-minute chart here how you got the bottom wick. They're trying to make an attempt to go higher. They're honestly trying, chat. Just a matter of, will it get done? Can you copy trade the legend accounts? Yeah, you should be able to copy trade there. So 8 years watching PW. Nice. So just kind of waiting for this 1 hour to close, chat, right? Got to be patient. I don't think there's anything to do now. Wait, you know, if it pulls back a little bit, so be it. Let it kind of build out. Maybe we get another trade set up. Seems unlikely not to test 30K before end of day unless we get some downside momentum back. Yeah, I agree, right? That's why we got that level mapped out. I agree. 2,000 likes and D-Money will dance to the Macarena. Yeah, that would be Denny Dollars. We'll get Denny Dollars to do it in the overall, so. I have a 25K Lucid Pro eval, and I forgot to close my position last night, and now I'm up almost $6,000. Did I pass my eval, or am I in trouble? LOL. Yeah, no, you passed because the Pro does not have a consistency rule in the evaluation phase. So good for you. Congrats. Right. Good for you, because there is no consistency rule in the Pro account. If it was a flex account, you would be in trouble because you made too much money, but I'm happy for you. That rarely happens, by the way. So, right, it's always typically the other way, guys, right? Where it's like you made too much and you got to try to lose money or something. So congrats on that. It's funny that it worked out that way for you. That's crazy. All right, we're getting a bit of a pullback here. 5-minute chart. Just kind of letting this thing play out. Need to be smart. 1 hour candle's getting ready to close in less than 4 minutes. So a lot of times you do get that pullback, guys, to the downside. Now, keep in mind that the previous, you know what's interesting up here, chat? The previous 1 hour candle was bearish, and it has that crazy bottom wick that we talked about earlier. So, you know, it would be crazy if they kind of start selling off here. But you got a 174 point bottom wick on the previous 1 hour candle. But we did not take out so far. You got 3 minutes left. We did not take out the previous candle's high so far. So that's a little interesting. I need 6,000 more to pass my 150K chicken trader. So hopefully you get it. Dr. Just John, if you guys remember Dr. Just John is the guy that was giving me insight on the Invisalign chat. D-Money has a really good memory. So Dr. Just John was the guy in the chat that was basically saying, I think that his girlfriend or his wife is an actual dentist. So he was giving me insight on the Invisalign. So he said that he made 10K on a 50K eval, and he's trying to lose money, and that it needs to be studied. Yeah, it's crazy that when you on purpose try to lose money, you actually make money. But it's only when you're like over your profit target, because if you try to trade that regularly, chat, so people in here are going to think that, oh, that's all I need to do, right? You're gonna blow your account. So just be like, just a heads up on that. Hold up, D. I'm the dentist. Yeah, well, you didn't tell us that last time. You know, we got a very good memory here. You said that you worked at a dentist's office, so now the story has changed. So did you graduate or what? Like what? Something's not adding up here, Dr. John. So I mean, we remember the story quite well. So you know, you said that you don't try to change it. So we remember the story. Oh man, this is crazy, chat. Should we give him a timeout? Should we give him a timeout, chat, for trying to pull a fast one on D-Money? he thought I didn't remember that he said that I think he said he works at a dentist's office. So yeah, we're gonna give him a 10-second timeout, chat. We got, I think, I don't appreciate Dr. Just John coming in here trying to pull a fib on DMONEY. So there it is. He got a 10-second timeout, chat. Come on back in about 10 seconds and think differently about life. Trying to pull a fast one on DMONEY here. Unreal, chat. Unreal. So somebody said too much laughing gas. He's a dentist. It ain't his fault. Oh, man. This is crazy. Well, I mean, what do you do now? I think you kind of wait, right? So is this going to be another candle pattern? Because we've had that multiple times. And then now this candle pushes up for more upside. You get a bazooka. This is the new 1 hour chart, chat, that just opened. Do we get a push here for more upside? Or do they kind of drop it lower? I don't know. If they push it here, you're targeting above these highs, above 905. So that would be like the thought process. For more upside, chat. It is the open of the candle, though, so just be mindful that we haven't had a strong retracement down yet. But the two candle pattern has been the pattern that has continuously kind of played here on the chart. So kind of working. The funny thing is, it's happening again, chat. It's literally pushing. You're targeting 911 or so up here on a break. Kind of funny how that. You got to be able to see, you got to be able to read candle patterns, chat, because a lot of times that will actually print for you if you're able to kind of recognize the patterns in the chart. Believe it or not. I've had the same pattern kind of like over and over, right? Push, 2 candle bearish, push, 2 candle bearish, push, 2 candle bearish. And there it is. Once again, chat. So if you listen, you got paid. If you didn't, unfortunately, if you tried to short here, use the code PW. We got you covered. 60% off apprentice accounts. Buy one, get one. So right back to the box. Still full port short. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, it might be off this level, right? I don't know, but the bulls are stepping back in. Got a push there from 887, almost 30 points. You'll report seeing a new port soon. Is that a double top on a 1 hour chart? No, I don't see a double top on a 1 hour chart. I mean, I don't really see that as of yet. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong chart. Well, the problem is you don't know yet, right? If it's going to be a double top, because you need the next 1 hour candle to kind of confirm that, right? So if this candle is bullish, the current candle, and then the next, and it kind of stays, which is very rare, right? Like, are we really not going to pop these highs? That's the thing. So it's not looking like a double top to me yet. Maybe on like the 30-minute chart. Nah, not even the 30-minute chart. So for this, right, you would want to see like this candle probably close bullish, and then the next candle close bearish, and then we go right back down, right? That would be like a double top on the 15-minute as an example. So because you got a bullish candle and a bearish candle, so you're looking for like the same thing here for that to qualify for me as a double top. I've noticed the bigger move happens around 1:30, 1 to 1:30 Eastern time post lunch. Sometimes it's not every day though, right? The market does what it wants. Yesterday we had a chop fest for an hour and a half. After I think you had a push at like 12 o'clock, and then you had a chop fest for an hour and a half, and you finally got movement, right? So every day is a little different. Does he trade with us? Metal Boy, no, I do not. I do not trade with you. I do not trade here at all. So I literally just sit here and call out what I see on the chart. I don't place any trades. So somebody said he doesn't have hands, he can't. Oh man. So the count here, guys, right? So if you know, it's like crazy that people even, you know, so the count's up right at $4,500 here. So I don't know why people would think that you don't trade. It's literally a live trading stream, right? So we made right at $4,500 on the account. Price is still pushing to the upside. We're gonna rock out here until 12:30, and then I'll be back at 2 o'clock for the afternoon session with Denny Dollars, guys. Rocking out here 2 to 4, right? We got you covered, don't you worry. So and like I said, you know, I would be shocked if they don't break the top of this box. You know, I don't want to chase up here, to be honest, though, right? Like if you caught the 2 candle pattern, drop the W in the chat because you got paid. We kind of talked you through that, right? And I mean, kind of saw that kind of come into life there. You got about 30 points on a pop from the time I kind of called that out. So it's always funny that, you know, you've had a ton of trade setups here that we've taken that, you know, and even a few that we've kind of talked through. So 45-point trades, you had 20+ point trades, you had 30+ point trades, you had a ton of opportunity here. So if you didn't make money, maybe you faded, or you know, it's always funny how people think that you're gonna take every single trade, guys. You know, the commentary, I'm telling you, I said this multiple times, and the people in the chat that rock out on a daily basis, they know that it's true. I'm not telling a lie. A lot of times, if you listen to the commentary itself, you're gonna learn, but you're also probably gonna get paid, because a lot of the things that we talk about here that I discuss, they actually play out quite often. So that's just what it is. Did this dude block me? Why do my messages not pop up when he does big screen? Yeah, you're definitely not blocked. Did you do something to get blocked though? I mean, we could check your channel activity. Yeah, no, you didn't do anything to get blocked. So, but yeah, you're not blocked, so I can see your comment. Live chat versus top chat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm on top chat right now. So up 1,200 this morning. Thanks, D-Money. Hey, you did all the work. Just tested, D-Buddy. Yeah, I know, right? Oh man, no, I'm not gonna block anybody for no reason, chat. I literally, people get pissed off. They don't get the joke when you give somebody a timeout and you're like literally joking around with the chat. So it's like crazy, right? So I wouldn't do that for no reason. Who's taller, you or Denny? I'm definitely taller than Denny, so that is correct. Thank you, D-Money. The pattern trade worked 3 times in a row. Appreciate you. I kind of love it with low volume and low volatility. Yeah, a lot of times it's easier to kind of dissect what's going on, but clearly that was the pattern that has played out 3 times in a row, guys, right? Where these 3 arrows are. Push two candle pattern bearish, push up, two candle pattern bearish, push up, right? Two candle pattern bearish, push up, right? That's played out. So that's why I was saying that at the moment the longs were the play because of the pattern. And the thing is, you know, if it broke the previous candle's low, the bearish candle's low, then that trade is invalid, right? That long would have been invalid. So Bob Black Sheep, any Latinos in the chat? I don't know. Are there any Latinos in the chat? He wants to know for some reason. So he's inquiring if there's any Latinos in the chat. I guess he has a thing for Latinos. DMONEY does as well. So if you're in the chat, you're a Latino, drop it in here. We'll see. We got one. Oh man. I'm from the Dominican Republic. Oh, okay. Yeah, my daughter's half Dominican, so. Bobby, sir, I can be whatever you want me to be. Yeah, we're gonna want to give you a timeout, sir. That is very concerning here, that you just voluntarily surrendered yourself there. Yeah, we're gonna give you a timeout. So that is, you know, that's too much for DMONEY to handle here. Everything was going well, chat, and he had to kind of impose here. So we will give you a 60-second timeout. Come on back in about 60 seconds and think differently about life. That is very, I was not, I was not prepared for you just surrendering yourself here. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, we had to give you a timeout there. He gone, guys. Come on back in about 60 seconds. Very concerned for you, sir. Unreal. So he had no hesitation. He, you know, wanted to make sure that we knew that. Shout out to Mike JT, $5 tip. I'm up 400 on the day and 700 away from passing an eval. Should I be patient and lock out for the session? Yeah, that's always a question that you're gonna have to decide for yourself, though. I can't tell you when to stop trading. I can't tell you when enough is enough, right? You're gonna have to make that decision on your own and decide. So it's up to you. So we're gonna have to, just getting kind of dry in here. You hadn't timed out anyone in a while, so just keeping the chat moving. Yeah, well, hey, if that's what it was, I mean, but hey, you volunteered. I mean, I hear you, but I'm not willing to fall on a sword, if you know what I mean, to keep the chat moving. So, but I appreciate you for taking the time out. But you know, if that's what you want to call it, so. So, all right, so we are just kind of hanging out here, chat. You had basically the rejection off of this resistance area, and you're kind of watching now to see if they give you some kind of clue that they want to continue with the upside momentum in the market, right? Maybe another 2 candle pattern. I don't know. Gotta wait and find out. But either way, we will be back today as well at 2 o'clock with Denny Dollars in the house. Make no mistake about it. Is he going to come with overalls, chat? Let's drop a poll. Let's drop a poll in the chat. Is Diddy gonna come rocking the overalls? That's the question. You know, if he's up to speed, he will come rocking the overalls. So hey, how you doing? So will Diddy rock the overalls? That's the question, chat. Curious to see what you guys think, because you know, we need to know. Will Denny rock the overalls today, or is he gonna let us down? This is a test, right, to see if he went out and got some overalls last night. DMONEY, do you know what's going on with TPT? Their customer service is never available. Yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, you got to reach out to support, because, you know, we don't work. Obviously we're not a part of any other prop firms, right? We just partner with them. So we're not, you know, any kind of support and all that. You got to unfortunately reach out to them. So I don't know. Just joined. Sorry. Up or down today, DMONEY. Yeah, the account's up here. We're up almost 4,500 on that account. So we had a lot of pretty good trades today. So see if I don't, you know, here's a one bar kind of push now. So does it expand higher? I don't know. He might bring a goat with him. Oh man, you guys are a trip. Right now, 36% of the chat feel like Diddy is gonna rock the overalls. 27% feel like it's a no, and 36% said that he's probably too shy. So, you know, that would be unfortunate, guys, if he doesn't come in here rocking the overalls, right? I mean, if you kind of add up both percentages, that's over 58% that feel that he's probably, you know, he's not going to do it. So that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Did we just see you in a trade? No, I'm not in the trade. I'm not in the trade. So. Cartoon 7847, bro, please help me. I need urgent money, $2,500. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't come in to the chat requesting $2,500. So it's like crazy, guys, right? Like you can't, like, will you be entering any trades? Yeah, probably after 2 o'clock. I mean, right, there's really nothing here to do now. You've had multiple trade opportunities. Maybe you came late to the stream or something, but you've had 45-point trades, you've had 30+ point trades, you've had 15-point trades. You've had a lot of winners. You've had commentary that you could have printed on as well. So what's the concept for the boxes? Yeah, it's just kind of mapping out like support and resistance areas, areas where prices had reactions, either bullish or bearish, and you're kind of looking at those as either TPs or kind of like levels that we could get bounces from, as an example, right? So I would say stick around. You're probably new to the channel. make sure you are subscribed, and you will get a feel pretty quickly for how I trade using these boxes. I'm down 20% today. I had puts when you said calls. My bad. Yeah, unfortunately that happens sometimes, right? So nothing you can do about it. All you can do is keep it moving, right? You got to bounce back. That's it. You're not going to win every trade. You're not going to have a, you know, that's just life. So sometimes people, what I used to do, chat, is I used to come into the day with a bias, because watching people online, that's what they would say you needed to do, right? They'll be like, oh, you need to come into the day with a daily bias. So I start my day off on the daily chart, and I look to see, you know, are we bullish overall or bearish overall based off the trend? Well, this is like a big old range here, chat, right? Clearly. So good luck with that. You got to trade, in my opinion, based off of what you see on the chart that's happening in real time versus what you think, right? Because a lot of times you kind of form that bias going into the market open, and you kind of stick to that, and that's could be your worst enemy, because you refuse to kind of pivot when price action did not agree with your thought process, as an example, right? So you'll be like, oh, you know, I want shorts today because the war news or whatever it was, right? And then price continues to push higher, and you don't want to, you keep shorting, and you're not willing to adjust your trading based off of what the market is doing, and that could be a mistake. So and I had to learn that, chat, because I got sick of basically doing that myself, and like, you know what, I'm gonna just trade price action, and because that's what matters, right? It matters what price is currently doing, not what you think it's going to do, right? So when you're a momentum trader, you're trying to join the momentum in either direction. That's why it's always funny when there's people in the chat that get upset because they're like, oh, you just flip your bias. Well, that's your job, right? Your job is to flip if the momentum is shifting to the other direction. That's just what it is. You guys saw me today. I had a short, got stopped out, didn't like the price action. The bulls kind of stepped up, and I went long, right? And that's, you have to be able to do that, chat, in my opinion, because you're not always going to get every setup right, and you have to be okay pivoting. And I'm not saying that you should be okay tilting yourself, right, where you're just hitting buy or sell. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, if we talked about this earlier, like when we start seeing the bullish momentum kind of step back into the market and kind of hold the lows of previous candles and all that, that is bullish. That's not bearish. Like, you got to be able to actually adapt. If not, then you're gonna have a hard time, because you're just stuck, right, trading in one direction when price isn't agreeing with what you're trying to do. Been short from 915, looking for 100 points. Yeah, I mean, you got the clear rejection zone. So the 1 hour chart, like we said earlier, the previous candle high needs to get broken. We'll see what happens this afternoon, chat, right? Kind of interested to see what price looks like at 2 o'clock. Are we going to get some retracement? I don't know, right? We're going to find out. But clearly, at the moment, they have refused to take price lower. You got a crazy looking bottom wick on the 4 hour chart. So right, I mean, look at that bottom wick, Jack. So good luck if you're trying to short this. I mean, that's right. And you got to be able to pivot when you start seeing stuff like this, chat. This is not bearish price action, right? And unfortunately, there's somebody in the chat that was shorting this because they saw how long and how deep that, basically how deep that how heavy that basically 4-hour candle was, and unfortunately they paid the price, right? Because they couldn't pivot back to the upside for longs. So we'll see what happens. It might work, but I'm not interested in short of this. Not right now. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would need to see us basically get back below the EMAs. You haven't had a single 5-minute candle so far that has closed below the 14 EMAs. So there's nothing for me to short, chat. Right? We have respected the EMAs. Basically, you haven't had a candle closure below them since 1050. So that tells me that there's a lot of momentum to the upside, right? We have not kind of broken the overall trend to the upside yet, so there's nothing for me to short, unfortunately, right? For the people in the chat that are shorting this, if you make money, congrats, I'm happy for you, right? But I just don't see it myself right now on the chart, not based on how I trade, right? Everybody trades differently, and that's fine, but I just don't, you know, I'm not looking for shorts right now, not when you got a crazy bottom wick on the 4-hour chart that is literally 293 points, right? Maybe that new 4-hour candle opens up and pushes down to kind of dig into some of this wick, and you might get some downside from there, right? That's a possibility, but I don't see it right now. If you haven't already, chat, do me a solid, hit the like button. I think pretty good morning show, right? So I think it was pretty good here. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. We is out here trying to make a little monies. And we'll be back today at 2 o'clock. Don't you worry. We'll have Denny Dollars in the house. We'll be rocking out 2 to 4. Same schedule tomorrow, chat. I will be rocking out the open. You got PW in Hawaii. In a fishing tournament, so you know the vibes. You know what happens when PW leaves. You got DMONEY in the morning, so make no mistake about it. We're sitting at 1,600 likes. Can we keep the party going here? I appreciate the support, guys. Don't take it for granted. So if you haven't already, hit that button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. Good job this morning, D. You cleaned up. Hey, I appreciate that. I think everybody hoping for a big rejection. Yeah, and we might get it. I just don't see it right now, right? They're not kind of telling you, in my opinion, that it's happening right now. And maybe it happens, you know, it starts to kind of break down, and that's fine. But you know, you need something, I think, a little bit more convincing at the moment that that's the case. That's all. But if I come to the charts at 2 o'clock and price is bearish and the momentum is to the downside, I don't have an issue looking for shorts. Right? So I want to make sure I say that, because somebody will be like, oh, you said that, you know, you didn't want to get short, you know, right? There's no shorts. No, not right now. But if it starts to bet down, then if it starts to break down, then that's fine. 2 o'clock, what time zone? Eastern Standard Time. What's for lunch? I don't know, chat. To be honest. Might hit up Cane's. Haven't had Cane's in forever, chat. Kind of feeling some Cane's right now, not gonna lie. Might do a quick Cane's run and come back. Is it a good time to sell? We just talked through that, so. That big box you have is a big resistance, looking for a bearish reaction. Yeah, it is, right? Because we rejected the last time we were up here. We kind of talked through that already. But I'm not going to just get short right now, kind of going into the 12:30 time. To each his own, though, right? So. But yeah, this is a rejection area. We kind of talked through that already, so. I never had Cane's. Is it better than PDQ and Chick-fil-A? Yeah, I love Chick-fil-A, to be honest. Obviously, my daughter now has kind of got me into that because it's a quick like food option chat when it's like, oh, if you had a long day or whatever, and you're like, you know what, get her some nuggets, some mac and cheese, and some fries, and call it a night, right? So, but I would say Cane's is definitely better in my opinion than PDQ, but I think I do love the buffalo blue sauce that they have at PDQ chat. They need to get, if they had that at Cane's, that would be like the moneymaker, right? I think. Gosh, $12,000 payout approved. I feel like I robbed somebody. This is the first in my MNQ journey. Hey, congrats. I'm happy for you. Anthony, MC Anthony. I'm happy for you. So I'm going to call it here, guys. I will be back. Don't you worry. I'll be back at 2 o'clock with Denny Dollars. So in the building, make no mistake about it. So on the way out, if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? So Cane's sauce is good. The food is trash and bland, no seasoning at all. I've actually had some decent seasoning on mine. It depends on the location, I think, right? So but we'll be back, chat. Stay safe. 2 o'clock soon come, and we'll be back in the building with Denny. So you got Legends right now, 60% off apprentice accounts. Buy one, get one as well. So take advantage of that while you can. So until 2, stay true. We gone.